Today, I want to share with you 3 real use cases from our own experience with our clients. They are in production from the latest AI capabilities that Microsoft offers. My name is Andres Viarge, and I'm a Power Platform consultant working in B2B consulting. Our mission is achieve that the solutions that we build become part of the business as usual operations of the clients we work with. The first use case is about automating materials purchase orders in a construction company. In this client, we've been working more than a year automating different business processes, and the place where we've put the more emphasis into artificial intelligence, it's been in the materials orders processing. The first part of this process consists on getting the information out of the materials orders that the suppliers hand over the company. And what we do is extract all the information from the line items so that we can then use that information to drive the whole process, which is tracking the delivery and also doing invoice reconciliation. Of course, all these processes driven by AI need as well of human review. Normally, the AI models get the data right, but just in case we need to check different things. So, for example, add some fields that the AI may not be able to get, for example, which project or which site this order is about. Another crucial part with where AI is being real important is in the materials classification for pricing comparison. Why? Because all the suppliers have different names or the different concepts for the materials that they are supplying, but we can try to group them and cluster them using AI so that then we can compare prices from not only the same supplier, but also different suppliers that bring the same materials. So thanks to that, from the application, we can track, even while we are doing the human review process, what's the pricing trend for that particular material based on the data that we've crafted over that year working together and well, all the material orders that have been inputted, and thanks to the AI being able to cluster this information. And also the AI is being crucial for streamlining the reporting, not only the business intelligence reporting with, of course, Power BI, but also giving executive reports and in table format in the Word documents with the newest agent capabilities. This part is still on process, but what we are starting to achieve is getting all the information from the orders and other associated data from the other processes that we've been automating with the client. For example, the induction process, time registries from the people that go to site and work there, etc. The second use case is more generic, and it's basically extracting data from any document, whether it's an electronic or digital document, a PDF, or it's handwritten document. We can use AI tools to get information out of those documents. Tech has changed a lot during the last year, and before all the newest AI models, what Microsoft offered for developers using the Power Platform, where we had some models that were pre-trained by Microsoft, but also we had the capability to train our own AI models. This means that we could use models without training and inputting any data, and others needed a more tedious process of drawing in the document boxes where you were telling the AI, here, these are the, for example, the invoice line items, or here's the client data. And this was pretty tedious. Mark my words, it was. And if you ask how mature are these AI tools that Microsoft offers, well, bear in mind that ChatGPT exists since 2022. Of course, AI has been there for longer than that, and Microsoft had its own low-code AI tools called AI Builder since 2019. Microsoft was working with AI for before as well, but the tools that we use in the Power Platform, which are the ones that we use in our projects, exist since 2019. So it's been there with this brand of AI Builder for quite a long time. And well, now with the new generative AI models, we have this before and after transformation. From these preview models and custom models, very tedious to configure, to now the generative AI models where you just have to do some prompt engineering. So putting a nice prompt there to and use the latest AI models, you can get any information from any document, whether it's handwritten or digital. The third use case is question resolution with our own confidential data, with our own IP. So with Microsoft tools, Microsoft 365, Copilot, etc., we can use not only the default Copilot chat models that are available for us, but now, and it was demonstrated in Microsoft Build event a couple of weeks ago, we are going to be able to get any model into our prompting. Not only models, popular models like Grok from X, Twitter, Cloud, etc., but also models that we create tailored for our needs. But first, how secure is our data if we use Microsoft 365? Well, I think, in my opinion, as a consultant, it's the most secure way to use artificial intelligence right now. And just take a look at other competitors like ChatGPT, for example, in the free model, especially. You can be sure which um, where is your information is going to land. And actually, if you work in a company, you already know that in most places you are not allowed to use AI tools because of security concerns. However, with Microsoft, this is not a problem. Why? Well, not only because of the security model or the compliance offerings that Microsoft has, but especially if you use the Power Platform, you can apply even security roles and ensure that certain data is only available for certain people, and most importantly, that your data is not going to land in third parties' hands because it's contained in your Microsoft 365 tenant. If you want to take a look at Microsoft compliance offerings, well, you just have to Google Microsoft compliance offerings. Actually, let's go to the site. And here you can see, well, all the different compliance, global for the US government, even, for example, if you are in a bank in the EU, DORA, everything's here. And you can actually check, for example, if you go to the security ISO, the 27001, you can see all the products and service offerings where this applies, and more details here on the different types of clouds, because of course with Microsoft we have different flavors of cloud for the government, with the government security, or even DoD, the Department of Defense. If you are that, well, in a word, Microsoft is very secure. They have been working with enterprises for quite a long time, and it's safe. Well, I think it's the best and safest place to use AI. And to finalize the video, well, just mentioning that we can now train our own custom agents with our own documents and our own databases. Not only databases, as in what we can build in the Power Platform with Dataverse or things that we have in SharePoint Online, but also if you bring data from your own on-premise or proprietary databases elsewhere via an ETL and extraction transform load process or with Microsoft Fabric, we can get all that information and be used from with our agents so that we can solve the questions that we may have on a day-to-day basis and to make our lives easier building reports, documents, and serving our clients.